Hello everybody, my name is the Caveman here with my little speedrun update for Kingdom Hearts 2 Critical Mode. Now, this video is going to be mainly on Roxas World. It's going to be into Roxas World and into Hollow Bastion. Good 20 minutes or so. And that's about going to be the length of these videos. It's roughly about 20 minutes. I'll probably have 1 to 2 worlds in each video depending on how it goes. So this fight, you have to pick your struggle bat. It's very important to pick the strength one because strength is good in this game. And you have to fight Cypher. So this bit, it's just one combo, no big deal. But the next one is actually very specific on how you kill him. You have to do 2 empty hits, then 1 empty hit, then a full combo, and then 2 empty hits and a full combo. Air combos, ground combos don't really matter. Those ones, though, are quicker to do in the air, and we're all about speed around here. So this sets up the RNG for the attack that this Dusk does coming this fight. Since we're on critical mode, enemies do a lot more damage to you, and this is one of the fights you can actually die to. Like, you're allowed to die to and continue the story. So it's significantly quicker to die. So we just kind of pin ourselves in the corner, and he airwalks and can't go anywhere, so he just kind of slaps you silly. And now we get our revenge by beating him in the face with a large key. 2 hits, 1 hit, and then a full combo kills him. No big deal. And you get tons of money for some freaking reason. And we get our back. So, coming into day 2, basically all it really is the jobs mini games, which suck and I hate them because there's a little subtle strat to the mail delivery one that saves 2 seconds that I can never pull off for some freaking reason, but you know what, 8 seconds versus 6 seconds isn't that big of a deal, and I just don't even go for it anymore because if you miss it, it actually gets you like 11 seconds. So the 2-second time loss guaranteed is a lot better than, you know, like 5. So whatever. And little do people know, playing this game casually, and the game doesn't really tell you, but you only have to do 1 job to actually continue and go to day 3. So it's kind of whatever. So just deliver the money and you're fine. Now on to day 3. Day 3 is like where you start in with struggle, like the thing. You have to fight another Dusk, quote unquote, fight another Dusk here. And just kind of hit him a good couple times. I don't think the hits themselves actually matter. Yeah, that happens pretty often too, by the way. He just kind of whacks you and it's because you got too close. Sorry, deal with it. And then you pick the shield. Crit mode picks the shield. I promise you, pick the shield. You're better off with the shield. I tried routing out the sword. Oh, and these guys are the same thing. 2 hits, 1 hit, full combo. You know, that's all nonsense. I tried routing out the shield, actually. Like, I took a good couple weeks trying to figure out how to make the shield, or the sword, viable. And, nah, just wasn't about to happen. Because to make beginner difficulty uses the sword, but that's because it gets the ability experience boost a lot quicker. So you can experience boost relatively safely through all of beginner. This difficulty, no, you're a one-shot. So here you I turn off the summon effects and screw up the menu right there because I'm bad at the game. That saves a ton of time because all of the summon effects are really long and obnoxious, and we use summons quite often during this run. Especially Chicken Little. And especially in Timeless River. You use Chicken Little for everything in Timeless River. So whatever. So now this is the Twilight Thorn fight. I tend to reset at Twilight Thorn pretty often because I've yet to figure out a really good way to fight this guy. Well, like I know how to. Just the execution is evading me for some reason. I don't know. It's relatively easy. Go through all this reaction command crap. And just this game, this boss is basically just to teach you about reaction commands. Then there's a very specific... well, relatively specific setup and execution for the beginning of the actual, like, fight, which I'll cover a little bit more when it shows up. So we just kind of wait until this guy... Oh, and there's a random little, like, impact box right there, just for reasons. Probably they just forgot to take it out or something, who even knows. So, 4 air combos on this guy when he's just kind of sitting here with a certain amount of time is surprisingly easier than you think it is. In fact, if you really actually time it properly, you can get an extra hit, but it doesn't make the fight any faster, so nobody really bothers. Now this, you have to get right in this little corner, and it's 1 full combo, jump higher than normal, and then get the 2 and give a little pause before doing the finisher. And that's how you set this fight up properly and not have to deal with these swords and the vines and the nonsense and the things and getting really close to dying and hating life before you actually kill the guy. So the fight should have been a lot easier than that. It's just for some freaking reason I'm dumb and can't do this fight properly. I just need practice. Now is when it's day 4. You actually do the struggles. So quickly equip guard because you need it for Axel, not VV anymore because the strat's different for VV now. And attack Hainer. Now Hainer is easy and difficult all at the same time because you would think just kind of wail on him. No, so it's a full combo and then a full combo with the second finisher. And then you have to like let him attack and do 1 full combo, let him retaliate, and if he does that, jump. 1 hit, and then do a full combo to finally end the fight. If he has any more orbs, jump up and poke him. You jump because when you land, it cancels the animation, so you're able to recover a lot quicker, because if you don't, he'll hit you. Of course. And that's kind of just wail on him. If you don't let him retaliate, he will retaliate early and hit you. Now 2 steps forward and do 2 hits and then a full combo with the second finisher to set VV up properly. Now 1 hit, 2 hit, and full combo with the second finisher, and VV will hit you. Let him hit you. Hit him before you're hitting the ground, cancel the animation, do the full combo with the second finisher, and that is the VV fight. You do that properly, you'll get basically 41 to 42 every single time. I personally prefer VV even though the strat's a little more complicated because he's a lot less random. Speaking of random, this fight. Basically do 2 hits and reversals like crazy and hope that things actually give you reversals because they don't always. And I took a chance because I was not really counting hits and it turned out to actually cooperate with me. Axel now. Axel, you do have to give it a little bit of a pause. Jump up and give it a little bit of a pause. Because if you don't, his little blade thing will hit you. Now, he retaliated before I got the finisher off, which is bad, because I'm slow. If I was a little bit quicker, then that would have been done in 6 combos instead of 7, but whatever. Like, Axel would seem pretty easy, but he's a little tighter than you think, and if you underestimate him, he will straight up kill you. Now, Setzer, on the other hand, Setzer, you purposely lose. Because you get the strength medal if you lose, which gives you +1 strength, which is very, very useful. And if Setzer decides to be a suck, he likes to back up a lot, costing you 2 seconds. It's 2 seconds. This is a 3-hour run. 2 seconds is kind of whatever. So then, the longest cutscene of my entire life, and I hate it. And now is day 5, I think, where you have to do the wonders. Now, you take a train to some unknown city, village, place connected to this world for some reason, and you do the wonders. First one is, some random balls are coming from the wall for who knows why. Don't hit the fountain because reasons. And you just kind of have to avoid them and then poke the wall. Makes no sense, but you know what? It's Kingdom Hearts, so nothing makes sense around here. Welcome to Kingdom Hearts. But yeah, it's really easy. I sometimes YOLO it and stay in the middle. If you stay in the middle and YOLO it, you kind of deserve to get hit. Because if you are a little bit slow, you'll get hit, and the entire thing will cost you like 6 to 7 seconds because reasons. Now this guy likes to get in my way, but luckily enough he didn't. Now then, VV clones. Now I'd actually just recently started doing this a little bit different than normal. Immediately taking a left and swiping to get all 3 of them. It's a little bit faster, and if the VV actually like rolls out the way, move. Because there's nothing you can do about it, and this entire fight is completely random. If they group together but not quite close enough to really be able to hit all of them, you can jump and do air combos and then land, and that will set it up that you can move and hit the other VVs a lot faster. So you have to do scan and then add the medal, and I suck at this menu for some reason. I'm still practicing the menus. I sometimes underestimate the menus or overestimate the menus, and it screws everything up. But the medal actually takes off like a full combo of this guy, Shadow Roxas, of whom I am terrible with because he is so low to the ground. Normally, you can kind of like back up and, yeah, you saw that whiff. Yeah, normally you're not supposed to whiff that hit, like there, like that. That's all of the combos you're supposed to do, and also not get hit by this guy. And it's a lot harder than you think. So I just kind of take a time loss on Shadow Roxas until I can actually learn how to do it properly, because Roxas doesn't like to stay in the air, because Roxas sucks. We all hate Roxas, by the way. Everybody hates Roxas. Because compared to Sora, Roxas is awful. But I personally like to think they did that on purpose. He controls a lot like KH1 Sora, and it's funny how much I actually like recognize that now that I'm playing through Kingdom Hearts 1 on the channel. And I'm like, yeah, Sora in Kingdom Hearts 1 and Sora in Kingdom Hearts 2 feel completely different. So here's hoping Sora in Kingdom Hearts 3 feels amazing and plays amazingly and you feel awesome. But you know, who even knows? Of the trailers, it looks like it, so. And I'm talking about other things that don't have to do with the speedrun, because this minigame is literally press triangle and you win. That's all it is. So now we just have some walking to do and watch a cutscene that we're not gonna watch, and then go to the mansion. Watch a cutscene we're not gonna watch, and that's the end of the day. So go up a little bit on these stairs and jump and grab the ledge just to kind of, you know, take a shortcut from the rest of the stairs. And I grabbed that potion because safety potion. I do plan on grabbing very minimal potions when I actually start like running this game properly. I might even have like YOLO days where I like stream for a decent bit of time. Which I'm planning on streaming this, by the way, eventually, when I ever actually get a full run together. And I plan on doing like YOLO strats like crazy. So I'll warn you guys, just in case you don't care for a lot of resets, but there will be a lot of resets in that day. But I might even do like Sword Route. Who even knows? If I start getting decent at Hades Escape, I might YOLO it and do Sword Route and actually see if, when I get good, a good run can be run on Sword. Who knows? Well, this fight I do differently than everybody else because reasons. If you can line it up properly, you can actually do the full combo and then one hit and full combo, and it feels, I don't know if it actually is, but it feels so much faster on these guys. And the reason why you don't normally do that is because they like fly away. Do not do that on the assassin though, because he will explode. Trust me, I've tried it. He won't always explode, but dear sweet goodness is the timing really tight to get that extra hit so he doesn't. Now, Sword Route, I killed one of these guys. I don't anymore, obvious reasons. And then it's like one extra creeper, 2 extra dusks. That's what I was doing, and it set me up pretty well for the Sword Route, but even with that, it wasn't worth it, because it was one of these dusks that's coming up, and one of the creepers. You really didn't waste that much time getting that extra experience, and this dusk. and getting that extra experience set up experience boost before the mountain climb in Mulan World. So it actually did get me a decent bit more experience. But in the long run, it wasn't worth it. So we're just kind of... Oh, one of those creepers back there. The one that I walked right by. I normally killed him. So we're just kind of walking to the last Force fight and also the last Axel fight of Roxas World. So it's a lot of walking. It's no big deal. You can get that chest on the stairway back there. It's a potion. I normally don't. Because you end up stealing a lot of potions from your party members, especially Beast, who has 4 of them for some freaking reason. So unless you end up using like a lot of potions, you don't really need all of the pickups. Like, I like to have at least 3 for Hades Escape. You get like 5 of them from Donald and Goofy. So I kind of do this fight a little bit like the Sandlot fight, just kind of 2-hit and reversals until you kill 3 Dusks, and then the assassins show up and they wreck your life because reasons. And see, now that was okay because I hit, but I screwed it up and didn't actually like do damage to them. Now when they're just kind of standing like that, be careful because they will swipe at you. And then I just kind of have to take care of this guy, and no big deal. Now, Axel. Axel has a very, very specific setup that's really easy to do, and it makes Axel really easy, and I think I actually screwed it up in this one. So it's literally just combo him, hits him up in the air, jump up, combo, push him into the wall, hope that he wants to actually go in the wall, which he doesn't always. Now, do the reaction command, let him land, and then just basically mash square. Don't do the second finisher like I did, but it doesn't really matter because then he stays in the air, jump up, do the combo, and it's about the same speed anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So that is Roxas World. Roxas World is done. You don't have to worry about Roxas anymore. You don't have to play as him. You barely have to even recognize his existence. Especially because we skip cutscenes. A lot of the Roxas crap's in cutscenes. So now we get Sora. Now this menu is kind of weird. Customized to put everybody on party attack so they don't attack who you're attacking. Take off Cure from Donald and take his items as well as Goofy's. That menu feels nice, especially when you actually do it properly. Because we are dying, again, at the train station fight. Because it's a lot faster because it takes like 2 minutes. And it takes like 5 seconds to die. And also, you know, the experience is kind of whatever. So I like to just kind of be whatever and, like, get rid of my party members by, like, yeah, by doing that. I find it kind of funny, but, you know, I'm easily amused, so who cares? So, we just kind of die. Hit the Dusk so that they attack. If you can pull it off, it's really random. It's normally 3 hits. If you can find an Airwalker, jump up right in front of him, and he'll basically stun lock you and carry you along with him with the airwalk, and that will kill you, like, with 1 attack. That's a potion, by the way. I don't get it, because it's stupid. So, like, it's like a second or 2 faster, but it's really random. And depending on the setup, is really slow. Now, I don't know why, but I didn't get the strength boost until during this fight. So, the beginning of this was a little slow, but when you get the strength boost, it's all 1-hit combos for the shadows. Now, grab the ether over here, because ethers are wonderful, and they're beautiful, and you will love them, because they replenish your magic, and magic is big in this game. So, grab as many of them as you can, and in the final mix version, they took out a lot of them, apparently. I didn't know where the ethers were to begin with because I'm running on the PS4 Final Mix version. So, I don't know. I just hear that dear sweet goodness and they take a lot of them out. So, whatever. So the shadows are kind of easy, literally just kind of air combo them if you can pull it off. Sometimes I can't pull it off, so I just kind of do ground combos. But it's a lot quicker, as you can tell, to do air combos. Because air combos are wonderful. It's like they sped up air combos in this game specifically to make it that you can stay in the air. So we kind of abused that. If that's what they did, I doubt it. Because air combos were really hard to get off properly in Kingdom Hearts 1. So these guys you just kind of ignore, and you're really only doing like the room, Heartless. Don't mind the stairs. Because they get you like 1 experience apiece, and that's nonsense. Now, you try to bait out the Cyclone on this guy by just doing 2 hits and 1 hit, and there. And if you can pull it off, which that setup was kind of crappy to be able to pull it off, but you can try to get other Heartless in the path of your Cyclone like that, and do doubles. And I've actually pulled off a triple on here before. It's really weird. You have to have like just the perfect setup to actually be able to do it properly. So it's kind of whatever. Now, I steal the Bloody Biscuits strat, which literally just combo him up the stairs. Because why not? Doesn't waste much time. Or any, really. So here we are getting our new clothes, finally. And also a drive form. Because these clothes are way too small. They're from Kingdom Hearts 1, and we've grown a lot, apparently, in cryo sleep. Who knows, whatever. So Valor form, eh? So we just kind of have to deal with this and talk some nonsense and everything, and then a little fun thing because it's so simple, but it feels so cool. You can lock onto worlds and then dash to them, and it teleports you immediately in front of the world. So, like, it's so simple and stupid, but it feels so cool. I love that. But even still. So, Valor form for movement, eh?
Give me strength.
Valor form running is a decent bit faster, and if you jump at the very edge of that and then do a little hit in the air, it's significantly faster. It's just I was dumb and fell off. So this one, it's like 3 nobodies to kill before the samurai spawns. When you do finally kill those, focus on the samurai. No. See, I missed him and run away for dear life because the samurai will wreck your life. You can die to this one and continue the story, but you really want the experience. Especially for the Bailey, because the quicker that you can get the strength increase at level 6 during the Bailey, the better. Because it takes off a good couple hits off of nobodies. So it's wonderful, and I love it. So, speaking of the Bailey is the next fight. Where it's just you and Leon. I hate Leon. Leon sucks. Because he likes to ignore the nobodies at the gate and go for the nobodies at the back. So kill all of the nobodies towards the back first to kind of force Leon to go forward. And he can still just be a douche and just fireball them to death. See, if you're lucky, he will immediately go forward like he did there. If not, sorry. And he's in the back again. Because reasons. Now, Blizzard has some like collateral properties to it, which is why Blizzard's amazing when they're in a big group.
Here goes.
So just kind of use up all your magic, and then just kind of wail on him. Now, you really want Leon like up in the front, because if not, he will screw up these samurais. Now, you want to do the dual stances for the samurais, but you want to be quick with it, or else they'll basically kill you. But when you do the dual stance properly, it does that explosion, and it kills everything in its path, and it's wonderful. And there's my strength increase. But it's a little late. On the sword route, when I actually was practicing around with it, you get the strength increase at level 6, like right after the station fight, which is why I figured, oh hey, this could be viable. No, it's kind of slow, but whatever. So he's just kind of toying around with this guy over here because Leon's weak as all else, and they were good. This was an okay Bailey. Wasn't that fast, but wasn't that slow. So that is gonna be where I end off for the first video. If you guys like this format, go ahead and let me know. I already have a good couple recorded, so that's where I'm going to leave this. So thank you guys for watching the video. If you liked it, leave a like and all that other nonsense. And I will see you guys in the next video. Later.